Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, this is the National Football League. Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints taking on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from the Superdome. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Carr now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Escapes the defender. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Cleveland offense making their way out.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Carr now to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. That is caught by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
On first down, Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And when talking about the league's most dominant defenders, Garrett's name always is one of the first ones to come up, and for good reason. He's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, and he has his sights set on another big campaign.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun now for Carr.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Here's Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal.
This from 36 yards out. And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They will start this drive with 4. And a short pickup to about the 25.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Third and 8.
Watson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
have fourth down on as Corey Bojorquez to punt. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. Now Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Carr. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
From the 38 now, here's second and a couple. Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Kamara off the draw. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd down and 6. Now they'll throw with Carr. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Myles Garrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Saints punter now.
Back deep, James Prochet.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
This is Ford. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Draw play to Ford. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 50, it's Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson.
That's to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A first catch for Jeudy, good for a 1st down.
During the offseason, the Browns talked about becoming more explosive on offense, and they acquired Jeudy from Denver this offseason in hopes that he could be a major asset to their passing game. And here he is making his presence felt as he picks up a new set of downs for this offense.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They run with Ford. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
There's a screen play. This is strong.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson on 1st down. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down.
Now it's Watson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore from 10 yards out. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes the All-Pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Perry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Carr.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
Out quickly to Judy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
James Prochet to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Ford. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's 3rd down and 4. Now Watson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
And he'll start with a give to Kamara.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
Myles Garrett, the all-pro defensive end, there on the stop.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Now 2nd and 9.
Coming left is Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford, and he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw. Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Ford. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
They'll run on 1st down. Ford. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Watson. It's caught. Cooper. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carr to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Second and 5. Looking to throw. Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28.
72 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On play action, it's Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
A.T. Perry
from 6 yards away.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On first down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Ford. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Browns on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, what we had right there, partner, was two sides. Both trying to make the biggest play of the game. And I'm going to give the credit to the defense there, because what he did with that one, getting to him and delivering the pop needed to force the ball free. Let's face it, if they hang on to win, he should be the first one up at the podium in postgame.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Fighting through, and he's got space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 91 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him, where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. And it's second down. Carr now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
To throw his car.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So here we go, a big spot now for Blake Groupie.
From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And if they're throwing on 3rd down, it's a good bet. They're going to look his way. He's the most reliable of their receivers, and he comes through there with a nice grab for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st and 10, Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cooper, the man in motion left.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerome Ford.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by 11, a minute 53 remaining. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it 1st down. Throwing his Carr.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Oh, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they turn to Ford. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Third down and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford.
And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
A dependable running back is a coordinator's best friend, someone you can trust in those situations to push forward and get the yardage you need, however possible.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.